So someone asked this question. They said, where should you not look for speaking engagements? Because you know that you should be looking for speaking engagements by typing in maybe like award banquet or something like that. But where exactly should you not be looking? And I thought this was a great question, actually. So I'm going to answer it. The question in terms of not looking for speaking gigs, this is something where what you're going to do is you want to create what's called a lead score. And a lead score is going to tell you, here are the events that are the best for me. And the only way to figure this out is in the long term. But right now, what you're going to do is you're going to think, okay, well, what events hire me the most and what events don't hire me at all? So in terms of lead score, you're going to put this inside of your CRM. And you're looking for specific qualities. So what I mean by qualities is you say, okay, I noticed at the events that hire me, they have at least 500 employees. Or I noticed at the events that hire me, they hire me at least 4 months in advance. And I noticed the events that hire me, they always have paid for a speaker before. And so you list these qualities. And then you do the exact opposite. So you say, I noticed that the events that don't hire me are seminars. The events that don't hire me are XYZ. And so what you're doing is the exact opposite. And those are the events that you're going to stay away from. And you're putting all this into what's called a lead score. And you're check marking every single one as you talk to the events. So I know that conferences are horrible when it comes to paying. Seminars are bad. When they ask for an RFP, that's bad as well. And like associations, they don't really have a lot of money in terms of paying a speaker like 15, 20, 25 grand. So all those things are like negatives on a lead score. And you're keeping this inside of your CRM. You have this checklist inside of your CRM. And whenever I come across an event, I know that, okay, this is a conference. I check mark the thing and it says, oh, negative. This is a conference. Don't stay away from these guys, right? And so that's kind of what you're doing throughout the entire process as you're contacting the events. There's one of my helicopters flying by. I told them to fly by at this time and they listened. So that's basically what you're doing in terms of when you're looking for events to not contact, you figure out your lead score, and whichever ones have the highest lead score, so you know that you check marked, all right, this is the event that contacted me 4 months in advance, they hired a speaker before, blah, 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 and they have a high lead score. Those are the events that you're going to contact more often and follow up with more often. And what I noticed is that the events that focus on the experience, so these are like big conferences and everything. These events, they tend to focus on the experience, so they're more willing to pay, versus conferences, they focus on content and they see a speaker as an expense. So I stay away from conferences, from seminars and all that. You can see that it really is a state of mind with the people who pay versus the people who don't pay. The people who pay, they always see it as, all right, we're paying for the experience that this speaker provides. The people who don't pay, they're thinking, all right, this speaker is just here to deliver content and we're giving them the advantage. We're giving them exposure in terms of speaking on our stage. So if you want to know which events to not speak at, create your own lead score.